Hey everybody, this is Tom Berry. I wanted to tell you about a class we're doing at the Wealth Club this weekend. The title of the class is How to Buy Commercial Property in a Hot Market. And some of you know I have not taught a commercial class in quite a while because the market had just gotten so tight. The last time I taught the class, a lot of the students, they knew how to look for deals, they knew how to analyze deals, they went out into the marketplace and it was just really tough to find any good deals at that time. But over the past 6 months or so, we've been able to purchase 3 commercial properties. And I haven't been able to say that in over 2 years. So right now, I think the market is softening a little bit in the commercial realm. It's not across the board yet, but I think we have found a niche that can be very, very lucrative. And if you know anything about commercial property, I'll give you some examples. The first of the 3 that we purchased several months ago, we purchased it with one of the Wealth Club members. He asked us to partner with him, and that was a 16 cap when we purchased it. If you know anything about commercial property, you know that's a phenomenal deal. Well, we just closed 2 more last month, and those were 20 caps. So there are some really good commercial deals out there. You just got to dig for them, and I think we have found the niche to be able to do that. So first of all, I want to cover, why would you want to get into commercial investing? For me, commercial investing is just real estate investing on steroids. That's all it is. It's just more well-placed zeros. If you want to increase your net worth by $1 million in a 12-month period, or $2 million in a 12-month period, the math is pretty hard to do that with single-family homes. But with commercial property, it is very, very doable. Now, you don't have to start with huge properties. You don't have to start with multi-million-dollar properties. I didn't, and most people don't. You could start with a $150,000 property. So a commercial property. But once you learn commercial property, you can go buy any commercial property of any size. There is no difference. You know, if you're rehabbing single-family homes at the $150,000 ARV level, that's vastly different than rehabbing homes at the $750,000 ARV level. And the challenge in single-family is you have to know the differences in those levels. With commercial, it's pretty much the same. And it's not only the same at different values, it's also the same across different asset classes. So we're going to talk in the class this weekend about the different asset classes and the uniqueness of each one. Melissa and I have invested in mobile home parks. We've invested in self-storage, in office buildings, in apartment buildings, apartment complexes. And the last purchase we did is a real unique one. It is a single tenant commercial facility on a triple net lease. Now, I'm going to teach in this class about triple net leases because that is one of the most beautiful things I've ever learned. A triple net lease is a situation where the tenant not only pays you rent, but they also pay you an additional amount of money per month to cover your taxes, insurance, and maintenance on the property. You have 0 costs. So that's a phenomenal opportunity as well that I'm going to get more and more involved in, and I want to teach you to do it as well. So if you're interested in commercial, this is what you're going to learn in the class. Number 1, we're going to talk about how to analyze a commercial deal. I don't know how many people around Houston send me commercial deals on a monthly basis that they say, hey, this is a commercial deal, I think it's a good deal, will you look at it for me? And it's not a deal. They don't know how to analyze it. So learning to analyze and know whether something is or isn't a good deal is the first key. How to find the properties, how to fund the properties. We're going to talk about, basically, I'm going to use case studies from our commercial properties that we have done in the past and the ones that we've just done recently. And we're going to have pictures of the properties up on the board. We're going to talk about the numbers, how I found it, how we negotiated it, how we funded it, and then what our exit strategy is, if there is an exit. Some of our properties, I have no exit strategy because I don't want to exit them. Others are bought specifically for the purpose of repositioning and then reselling. and we'll talk about the differences and which way you should go with different properties. So I hope to see you this weekend. It's a way to really pump up your net worth and your equity on your balance sheet is to get into some commercial property. The other beauty of commercial is not everybody's doing it. If you've been trying to buy single family homes like we do every day, you know it's tough out there. You get into bidding wars. There's tons of people wanting the single family homes. Get into the commercial realm, the herd thins out greatly, and it's not nearly as competitive. So with all those reasons, you can't afford not to learn about commercial and get in. I'm not saying you want to stop what you're doing, but add it to what you're already doing, and it'll really do wonders for your net worth. So I'll see you this weekend at the Wealth Club. Check below to sign up. We'd love to have you register before the morning of. That way I know how much information to put together or how many packets to put together for everybody. But I'd love to see you there, and as always, money back guarantee. If at the end of the first day you don't think it was worth your time, of course we'll refund 100%. I've never had to do that. Don't anticipate it this weekend. We'll see you at the Wealth Club.